So you may or may not have heard that Sony is finally releasing the A7S3 this year in 2020. Given all the excitement building within the filmmaker community, I thought today, let's look at some of the rumors floating around as to what the Sony A7S3 specs might actually be. What facts do we actually have about the A7S3? Well, when I dug around the interwebs, I found the possible price, which is about $3,000 US, which is not super cheap, but then again, the A7S2 was a similar price back on release in 2015. The A7S3 will likely be released at some point in the middle of 2020, though we can't confirm this or any of the rumors that I'm about to say, as they're just that, rumors at the time of recording. The price or the release date are pure speculation for now, so maybe take that with a grain of salt, or treat it as facts. I don't know. If you're new around here, I did compile a wish list of camera specs for the A7S3 that you can watch up here. But of course, check that out at the end of this video. Here's the best rumors I've heard in recent weeks about the A7S3. It will shoot 6 to 8K video. Well, I'd be very surprised if it could shoot 8K video for $3,000. Now, it could possibly do 6K video or 5.9K video at 30 frames per second, but it will almost certainly not do higher frame rate than that. That is purely based on the rumored price. What's more likely is a decent 4K image or a 4.5K image scaled up. 30 megapixel sensor. This would be excellent, but very unlikely, as another rumor suggests that Sony will announce a new 15.3 megapixel sensor that could use quad-Bayer technology. Quad-Bayer sensors essentially work by having 4 photo sites for each color pixel, allowing them to help smooth out color and tone, reduce noise, and allow for easier acquisition of high dynamic range, as different exposures can be created simultaneously. It's pretty impressive, but we'll have to wait and see if this appears in the new Sony A7S3. Better noise reduction in low light. I think this depends entirely on if we get the new quad-Bayer sensor. As far as I can tell, this will improve noise reduction from the A7S2. But to be honest, even if we get the same level of low light performance that we have in the A7S2, that's fine. 12-bit recording. Given the A7S2 was released back in 2015, 8-bit was industry standard for small mirrorless cameras at the time. Fast forward to 2020 and 10-bit is now the norm. So getting 12-bit internal recording for a mirrorless camera for $3,000? Yeah, I don't think so. But it could have 422 via an external unit such as an Atomos or equivalent. 10-bit internal recording is going to be the most likely outcome. 61 megapixel photos. Another twinkle beyond Pluto right there. Given Sony has the A7R4, which only came out in September 2017, arguably Sony's flagship still camera, I just don't think they'd give us that wonderful resolution for a camera that has always been targeted at video. But never say never, as the quad-Bayer sensor could in theory be capable of that resolution. Also, Sony have a habit of segregating their consumers by not offering decent photo settings on video cameras and vice versa. Nothing new, unfortunately, although you could say the A7 III is pretty good as a middle-of-the-road camera, so maybe we will get 61 megapixel photo res. No 30-minute record limit. Now, this could be quite likely. To be honest, the only reason there is a 30-minute record limit is due to legal reasons. I'm sure you've found your DSLR or mirrorless camera or whatever brand you use has a 30-minute record limit per clip. This is something camera companies do to reduce how much tax they pay by using a loophole that says there are not professional video cameras. Stupid, I know, but that's the world we live in. There are theoretical hacks out there to lift the current record limits, but I don't endorse anything when the word lawyer is involved. So moving on, a touchscreen and bigger battery. Well, this is something A7S2 users have been shouting from the rooftops, myself included. I think we're likely to have the same body as the A7R4, which of course has the higher capacity battery, a touchscreen, and a much better placed record button. God, I hate the old A7 record button location. Well, that's some of the more interesting rumors that have been floating around over the last few months. Like you, I can't wait for the A7S3 to come out, and hopefully these rumors will have some factuality to them. What are the best rumors you've heard about the A7S3? I'm sure you've heard some ringers out there, so let's hear them in the comments below. Well, that about does it for me today. If you like this video, then please leave a like, and if you really like my content, why not subscribe and be sure to ping that little bell so you never miss a video from me. Catch you in the next one. Bye for now. I'll show you guys that. See that? A t-shirt? I think it's great.